What is up, you guys? This is HTJ Halloween, and today I am back with another super exciting video. I know we just talked about them, but Party City has had videos of all of those props leaked. They actually, I think, leaked on the same day that my previous video was posted, which was just a complete coincidence because I filmed that video like a couple days, earlier. But anyways, I wanted to come back and talk about the videos because I was actually very impressed. Now, before I get started, I did want to let you guys know, I will put some eBay links down in the description. I'm selling some old Spirit Halloween props that are no longer available. There's Menacing Molly, Rusty, and then a bundle that includes Lost Her Way and Tortured Torso. And a couple of those actually, have a good discount on the price, free shipping as well. So I'm going to throw those eBay links down below for those of you that are interested, if they're still available. But anyways, I want to show you guys the videos of Party City's lineup. We just talked about the pictures of them, but boy, they have some great animations to show you guys. By the way, I got all of these videos from the Pixelated Pumpkin. Shout out to his channel. I don't know where he necessarily got these videos because I think they were leaks. I don't think these have been officially released. But without further ado, I'm going to jump into showing you guys the big, tall clown first. And I'm going to show you guys each of the videos, and then we'll come back and talk about them. So let's jump into the clown.
Welcome to the Freak Show! Step right up, step right up! I'd love to take a bite!
Okay, guys, so this is one of the ones that I saw the animation, and I went from not really thinking I was going to buy it to I'm definitely buying it. I don't know what it is about this dude, but I really, really love him. I actually would consider him to be an improved version of Crouchy. I mean, I think he is really tall. I saw some people saying he's like 9 feet. I don't know if he's 9 feet, if he's 7 feet. He definitely looks big. Maybe even bigger than Crouchy, but I honest to God think that he's a better version of Crouchy because there was a couple issues I had with Crouchy back when he was released in 2019 that this guy doesn't have. And that is that I didn't like that Crouchy's eyes didn't light up. So this dude has light up eyes. I also think that his nose lighting up is really freaking cool. Like, I feel like we maybe saw that with like Waving Wally or something, but I don't know. I think it looks really great on this guy. I'm so glad they did that. That's one of my favorite things. I love that he just has big circular red eyes. It's kind of new, kind of different looking. Also, I felt like Crouchy's face was a little boring, and his whole clothing and design in general was really kind of plain. This dude isn't. This dude has a lot going for him. He's got a yellow, black, red design going, polka dot stripes, something we kind of have seen before, but it's a new color scheme, and I actually think the face is very cool. The face is very detailed, very unique, menacing jaws, blood coming down. I definitely think that this guy has a more interesting look than Crouchy. Also, the audio I thought was really great. For some reason, my favorite part of the audio is that it's like scary carnival music in the background. I know usually that's not even really a big factor, but for some reason in this audio, I just love it. I think it's really good. It's a very, it's a new creepy carnival like music that we haven't heard before, and it just sounds great. I don't know what it is about it, guys, but it's like my favorite thing about his audio. The animation was pretty expected. I mean, that's kind of what I thought he was going to do, was turn side to side, but I do like that he has his head on a swivel and that it moves separately from the body. I think that may have been the exact same thing that Crouchy did. So anyways, I really, really like this. I think it's a better version of Crouchy, and I have a feeling it's going to be even more affordable. So this one has definitely gone up to the top of my list of one that I'm definitely going to be getting for you guys this year. So the next one that I'm going to show you is the straight jacket, like saw trap girl. So number one, the motion on this thing is perfect. It's exactly what I thought, but it's actually even better. It looks like it moves really fast and a lot. So she does have the side-to-side motion of like, I think like the waist and then the upper body move on like a swivel, and then the head also moves. I don't know if the head is a spring or if it's going to be actually having its own mechanism in it, but it's just got a lot of great motion. It really does make it come to life well. It also had like the electric shocks going on in the box, which I didn't expect. You can see that here, so it lights up, you know, you can kind of see the head in there. It is a girl. I wasn't sure what the gender was before, but it is a girl. Which didn't really matter either way, but I think it's interesting that she does have the reused scream from Morning Gory, or more so a laugh from Morning Gory. So there's a couple things that are interesting about that. Number one, it tells me that this must be a Techie Toys animatronic, most likely, and that's kind of what I was starting to think a lot of these looked like. So I'm really excited that Techie is doing a lot of cool stuff with Party City this year. I think that's part of the reason the lineup is so great, because Techie made Morning Gory, and they're reusing that laugh. I also think it's interesting though that she used that laugh. Initially I was kind of like, this is weird, why is she laughing you know, while she's being tortured? But actually, the more I watch it, the more it almost kind of gives it this sinister look that she sometimes does have like this scream that we've never heard before, but then it goes into that Morning Gory laugh, and it kind of fits. It almost makes it feel like she's like insane, like she's almost enjoying it. I don't know, that's kind of what I got from it. It's kind of like a scream laugh, so it kind of could be taken as either way, but I think it's interesting that they reused that sound. Overall, I think this girl's top tier as well. Very, very well done animatronic. Definitely on my list to purchase as well. So I took the sound off of this one, so I'll just talk over the video. I took it off because I don't think the Pixelated Pumpkin actually had the real audio. He may correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it just was playing like a piano music thing, which I don't think is her real audio, and I don't want to get copyrighted. But this one was the only one I was like slightly let down, but not that bad. It's just because she does a slow rise. So you see there, she does a slow rise. It looks like her head shakes. She'll probably maybe say something or scream, or I don't know. I don't think we actually heard the real audio, so that's why I took it out. I hope the audio is really creepy. The only thing I was disappointed was that this wasn't a jump scare, but you know what? The jump scare has been overdone. It's been, you know, used a lot recently with Spirit, Demonic Dahlia, and Jack Straw. So it's interesting to have something that's a little bit more of a low-key scare, a bit more of an eeriness to it than a right-in-your-face jump scare. And I guess that's fitting for her because she doesn't even really have a face, so it's kind of more of an eeriness around her, more of a freakiness that she has instead of an immediate scare. So I get that. I think maybe it's actually fitting. I just, you know, was kind of hoping for the classic jump scare on this girl. I still think this girl is amazing, though. I really just want to hear her audio. I think that's going to be what's going to really make me either love it or not love it. But she's definitely up there on my list. Okay, you guys, so this trash can raccoon, I'm so glad it did what I thought it might do, which was that it pops out of the trash can. For some reason, I didn't actually think it was gonna. I was like really hoping it was going to, but I was kind of thinking, I bet you they wouldn't have done it, but they did exactly what I wanted them to do, which was that it is a jump scare. The raccoon goes from being fully inside the trash can to popping all the way out. This is great. This is super creative, super unique. It may not be something that's like directly like up my alley. Like it might not be at the top of my list, but it's really great. I think they did a great job with what this guy is. I have a feeling he'll be really affordable, and I just love that they did this like really unique animal jump scare, something we haven't seen in a long time. And I think it's a really unique take on, it's kind of similar up the same alley of like Bubba of Man's Possessed Friend. You know, you have like an animal jump scare that pops out of something. It almost kind of seems like a redo of that. Instead of a dog coming out of a doghouse, you have a raccoon coming out of a trash can. So this would have been kind of cool to see at Spirit as kind of a follow-up to Man's Possessed Friend. But I actually think that this guy is even a little bit cooler than Man's Possessed Friend. I've never been a huge fan of Man's Possessed Friend because I just didn't think he was scary, but definitely a good animatronic too. So this is cool. We get another, you know, animal jump scare that's very fitting, a rabid raccoon popping out. I just don't love the body on this guy. I said that in the last video. I don't love the body because it kind of makes it look like a stuffed animal, but nonetheless, this one is really unique and really awesome. I still think it's a great animatronic. Just might not be something I purchase unless you guys really want to see it, so let me know. All right, so this is the popcorn machine jump scare. You know, we already had seen what this clown head looked like because the original image we had was of it popped up. This dude is super awesome. I also think it's really cool. Something I just noticed is that in the backdrop of the popcorn machine, there's a picture of what the clown head looks like. So that's kind of a cool little Easter egg. Only thing I wish for this dude is that the popcorn looked a little bit more real. Like if they could have used more of like a foam popcorn that actually had like different pieces glued together instead of just like this what looks to be hard plastic popcorn, but that's okay. That's not really a super big problem. I actually really do love this guy. I know I initially said that I wasn't a super huge fan of the antique clown look, but watching it again, I think it's really fitting for what it's trying to be. You know, it wouldn't really be quite as cool if it was more of the demon clown, although this guy kind of is a demon clown. He's kind of in between demon clown and antique clown because he does have some nice fangs on him. He's a pretty basic looking clown, but I actually really like this jump scare. It has kind of the Jack-in-the-Box creepy music going, so that kind of foreshadows what's going to happen. And it looks like he pops up really fast. So I think this guy is great. You know, I already said it. I think he's a really cool one. Definitely up there on my list. Definitely one of the most, you know, unique and interesting ones that Party City has done this year. So I really love this one.
Let me show you the cozy warmth of the underworld's fiery abyss of eternal suffering! I'll see you in your dreams.
So this one is the big devil guy. I think he actually does look really cool, and so he has light up face, hands, and feet, I think. So it kind of is supposed to look like he's on fire. He's like embers, which is pretty cool. I do think the voice on this one is a little bit cheesy. You know, it's not too far off from anything that we've heard from like Spirit, like Forest Demon, but it's just a little cheesy for me. I've already told you guys that the demon props aren't really up my alley. Like the devil props necessarily. I do think this guy is pretty cool though. He's got side to side motion. His head moves on a swivel, and like we said, he has that fog come out of his horns, which I think is the most interesting thing about him. He also does have a big tail, which is really cool too. So I definitely think this guy is cool. I'm just not a super huge fan of the devil props, but for those of you that are, I think this will probably be a must have for you guys. Okay, and this is the little, you know, trick-or-treater boy, zombie trick-or-treater that looks a lot like the limb-eating zombie boy, but I was not expecting this, guys. He is a jump scare, so this one, you know, has really skyrocketed to the top of my list with the way the head flies upward. That is really cool. You know, you can tell that he's kind of in this like squatted stance. He has light up eyes, tons of blood coming out of his mouth, and he really just has this like classic freaky zombie look. The face is a little bit cheesy, but there's something about it that just works. Like I kind of actually really like it. And I think overall this guy has a really cool design. I don't think that piano music, once again, was actually going to be in the audio. I think it may have just been layered on top in the leak or something. You know, I may be wrong about that, but I think that he just has like a screaming audio that sounded pretty normal. And this also seems like it's probably Techie Toys. So Techie Toys really, if this is all their stuff, just based on the fact that I can hear a lot of like Techie Toys audios, they've really outdid themselves with Party City this year. I don't know what happened with Spirit, but they really gave Party City some great props because I love all of these. This dude is definitely up on my list now because I was not expecting him to be a jump scare. So that's really cool. It does make him a little bit different than the limb-eating zombie boy now because, you know, limb-eating zombie boy was more of an eeriness. He just kind of moved his head up and down. He was a little bit more realistic and cooler than this guy. This guy looks a little bit more plastic, but this guy is a jump scare. So that makes him, you know, a bit different. And I love jump scares. So this one is also on my list. My favorite thing about this guy is, you know, I've been saying I've been wanting them to bring back more blood on animatronics, make them more scary, put blood on the clothes, stop making the clothes just a plain color. And, you know, Spirit has been really flopping with that, but Party City has come with this guy, and this guy has a great blood look. I think the blood on his mouth, I hope it looks like that on all of the versions of him, you know, on all of the makes of him, because that looks really good. So the blood detailing is one of my favorite things about that guy. But yeah, as you guys can see, I mean, I feel like all of those came through. The only two that were a little bit underwhelming was probably the Devil, but I was never super excited for him. And then the Rising Girl, I kind of hoped she was a jump scare, but I'm not even that disappointed on that. Everything else, like, went up on my list, like, became even better based on what I saw with the animation. So I just love all of these props. I think it's about like 6 props that really have been the ones that we've been talking about with Party City. I don't know if there's other ones that just haven't been leaked, but even though it may not be quite as many as some other stores, I feel like as long as it's got quality over quantity, I mean, I'm here for it, because I feel like every single one is really great. So they really knocked it out of the park this year. I don't know who they're working with. You know, I guess it might be Techie Toys, but I don't know who, you know, got on their design team to get them this great lineup, but they really need a raise, because this year is outstanding for Party City. I think I'm definitely going to be buying, just because I love them so much, the giant clown, the popcorn clown, the guy we just saw, the guy that looks like Limb Eating Zombie Boy, the possessed girl as well, and also the straitjacket girl. There's just so many great, freaky, unique props from Party City this year. It's really, really great. I have nothing else to say about it. They did a great job. So I'm literally just going to buy all 5 of those ones I just listed, just because I love them so much and I actually want to get them. You know, if you guys want to see the raccoon, you can let me know. That's the only one I might be on the fence about. But other than that, I think I'm going to get those 5 props for sure. And this may be the first year that I ever do like more Party City than Spirit Halloween, because there's only like 3 from Spirit Halloween that I definitely want. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of these props down in the comment section below. But my personal opinion, I think Party City is top tier this year. They really stepped up their game, and there's not much else I have to say. I mean, the props are good. The props are good, and that's all we really want to see, is just good, scary props, and that's what they did this year. Very well done. All right, guys, I cannot wait to get these props on the channel for you. I'm super excited, too, because they tend to have a lot more affordable prices, so I'll be sure to let you guys know what those prices come out to be when I end up having them on the channel. I can't wait, but until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.